Hey guys, just Gundam here, and I've been making a new custom. And this custom you can probably expect to see in a short stop-motion animation, not anytime soon, but was made for that animation. And I based it off the Gyan. Now this is the normal Japanese release Gyan. The Gyan was designed specifically for Captain M'Quve. The Gyan gets no love, honestly. It was kind of an oddball mobile suit, it's true. But I'm sure it does later get turned into the Galbody Alpha, which later becomes the Galbody Beta. And to compare with a Galbody Beta, just for the fun of it, Galbody Beta, you can see some of the similarities between the two. But I'm going to build a Galbody Alpha one of these days, that's for sure. Because the Galbody Alpha is way cooler, in my opinion, because it's pure Xeon. But, let me show you what I built. I call this the prototype Gyan. The concept is that Xeon Odessa base falls. And when it falls, it leaves a couple bases behind enemy lines now. You know, not big bases that we imagine with lots of defenses, but I mean like Mobile Suit Research Factory. Things like that. Things that just were kind of hidden away at Odessa, but now those soldiers have nowhere to run. That's kind of your premise for the plotline. But anyways, before M'Quve left, when M'Quve was stationed at Odessa, he had work already beginning on the Gyan. The problem is, Odessa fell before the Gyan was finished. And even so, they're still finishing it after Odessa fell. And so, let me give you the prototype Gyan's kind of the breakdown. There's some cosmetic differences. I wanted to make sure that now it's unpainted so far, so remember that. It's going to look a lot different once it's painted. It is probably going to have kind of a steel color because it won't have been painted. It's just a prototype, specifically being made for a short animation that you won't see for quite some time. But cosmetic changes. The chest is going to be different. I sculpted that. I also sculpted this part right here. I sculpted into the skirt, which was a little bit of work, but neat tight. Green stuff, man, you can sculpt amazing stuff. It's like plastic Play-Doh. You know what I mean? Like Play-Doh that becomes plastic when it hardens. It's awesome. Or more like sticky tack, really. This was Nitaku's shield, only I've cut it, and it will be sanded, and it will be repainted, and you probably won't even recognize it, honestly. It has one cannon in there versus all the missiles that the Gyan's shield has. So you can see the design is a less refined version of the finalized Gyan that we see. The Gyan has this huge energy blade, but being that the energy blade is still in its research and development stage, Xeon hasn't perfected beam weapons yet at this stage of the war, and so we have this small, thin blue blade, not this awesome yellow blade. And my idea is that the blue blade is less powerful. I don't know how that fits in with Gundam historically or anything, you know, but it makes sense to me either way. So being that Xeon had not perfected on the Gyan at the time how to run the power from the core through the arm to the sword, because that's how they generally work. The sword doesn't hold all that power all by itself, except that the Federations sometimes do. Xeon, as they're trying to defend themselves, another cosmetic change is the backpack. Different boosters. They hooked up a cable going straight to the generator up to the sword. You know, it's not as effective, but being that they're behind enemy lines and they have to get this thing working if they want to survive, it's what they have to do. And so, yeah, the prototype Gyan, also another cosmetic change, just doesn't have that little pointer on the top of the head. It's kind of pointless anyways, honestly. I've never really been a big fan of the Gyan head, but I didn't want to change it too much because it's just a prototype. The idea was not to make it better than the Gyan, but rather to make it better, or not, sorry, to make it look less refined. And I think that will work. As the plot line for this short animation is in the works, I'm thinking that the pilot may survive. Gyan may get away. And if it does, you can expect to see a Gyan B type, where it's been modified on the field to be a totally different unit than this Gyan. Don't know. We shall see. Let me know what you think of the prototype Gyan. Like I said, it's not painted yet, but it will be at some point, and when it is, I'll review it again. Hope you enjoyed the little review. Catch you guys later.